Match day at St James's Park, the final league game for Newcastle United before semi-final leg 2 on Wednesday night. Arsenal have Man City tomorrow, so I will be keeping an eye on them. And I feel like that's almost perhaps the mentality Newcastle may have today. We're going to make subs early. I think Newcastle will dictate our game today based off the fact that these players had to be fit and had to be 100% for an even bigger match on Wednesday. So for Fulham, bear in mind how Fulham played against Newcastle at Craven Cottage earlier in the season, I'm a bit worried for this game. Not quite getting the same vibes as Bournemouth, but this is still a team that can catch Newcastle out. Fulham still has quality. I think they have been a decent side this season, just hasn't quite been able to perhaps get the results that they wanted them. But I tell you what, they've got a chance today. If they can catch Newcastle out today, they can get a result. And Newcastle, albeit, yes, we are focusing on Wednesday, but we have to take it one step at a time. And our league matches are just as important as our potential trip back to Wembley this season. We need European football next year. Hopefully, if we can do it, Champions League football, the better European competition, of course, the better it will be for our players. So, massive chance today against Fulham. Needs to hopefully get a good home performance in after our last match, because Bournemouth smashed us. When I mean smashed us, they destroyed us 2 weeks ago. So Newcastle need to be better today. But I'm excited though. I'm excited. First off for me, guys, hello there. If you are new around here, make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button. Every single match this season we will be at, and as I just mentioned before, Wednesday back here again for Carabao Cup action. Come on there. And if Newcastle get back to Wembley, bonus vlog will be out in the town on the Wednesday night, so we'll be getting I guess how the 1 AM Newcastle fans think about the final, I suppose. So yeah, plenty of content coming up. Wish you all the best. And for Fulham today, big match. Newcastle turn up, play well, get the 3 points. Let's get in it though. Let's have a look around. Let's head inside the ground.
Hi, it's Charlie. Hi, it's me. We're from Charlie Talks Football.
As always, it's great to have you back on the channel. Of course, last time I had you on the channel was Bournemouth, so I like to say, I like to hope as well that it is going to be a different situation today now. I mentioned in my intro before, but the problem with this fixture today is kind of like we've got one eye already on Arsenal, and it's going to be a bit of a dodgy game, I think. So in your point of view, how do you think this game's going to go?
I think it's probably going to be quite a difficult game against Fulham. They've got quite a lot of good players, and I think I've seen quite a lot of Newcastle fans on social media saying, oh, 2-0 Newcastle, 3-0, but I think it could be a lot closer. But what are your thoughts, Dan? Because
yeah, I agree it's going to be a close game, but I think the mentality of the players is strong and good, and I think Carl works on that, so I think we'll be positive. I think we'll be focused on today's game. I think it'll be close. I think we'll win 2-1 and then bring on Wednesday night, because that is the biggie. But we've got to get the job done today first, and that'll build the crowd's energy and passion and the players' confidence for Wednesday night.
Well, I think I've got also on the topic asking about Wednesday. So, of course, on Arsenal's point of view, massive game against City tomorrow for them. Yeah. Injury-wise, Saka's out, Jesus is out. That's your basically 2 year starting attacking players. And I mentioned Ben White as well. So, for them, they're going to be a bit ropey. And listen, under the lights in James's Park, are we confident? Do we think we're going to do it?
I don't know. I mean, I was feeling confident, but then you sort of, as it gets closer to the game happening, you do get a bit concerned because of how good Arsenal are on set pieces. But like I said, if the players' concentration are good and we just relax and get an early goal, I'm sure we can get the job done.
For me, I think we've got to recreate that atmosphere of PSG that I remember so well in the Champions League, and that energy goes onto the pitch. The players use that energy and it'll help us get over the line and get to Wembley. So that's so important. The crowd have got to be up for it. Newcastle have to start strong and go for Arsenal, no sitting back. If we do that, we'll win.
As of Fulham's away attendance, quite low for a Saturday 3 PM in my opinion, considering how good they've been this season. Guys, agree with that? Finally, the deadlock's broken. Jacob Murphy, just minutes after Tonali's absolutely just blasted it off the crossbar. And just glad this game's opened up. I can't stand this Fulham team. It's been a real frustrating game today. But I've got it going finally. I mean, Fulham have just been grabbing up players' hands, they've been going down every time. It's just been a real frustrating team today. I'm always fair.
Newcastle scorer number 23, Jacob Murphy.
Get in there. Come on. That's what we needed. Last chance for half time. Yeah, he's blue in the corner. I mean, based on how the half is, I'm going to take a 1-0 to be honest. I don't think Newcastle's been great. I think the goal has been coming, to be honest. This came from Tonali. Tonali's played out Murphy. Dispossessed, counter-attack, goal. Fulham had a good 3-4 chances before that goal. I think it's a deserved equaliser.
Scorer number 7, Raul.
Well, Newcastle's had chances to score and then direct free kicks went in. Looks like it's a bracket error. He's protesting about something, but oh my days, we're 2-1 down. Had chances to score, didn't do it, and they've got one. Last roll of the dice. Nah, and that I think is going to be the last bit of the game. I'll see where I'm at. Keeping X's all off. Don't blame them. Don't blame any of them today. Oh dear. Full time, Newcastle United 1, Fulham 2. That's concerning. That is a very concerning performance going into the Arsenal game on Wednesday. That's our 4th home loss this season, and when you look at the 4 home losses, West Ham, Brighton, Bournemouth, Fulham, teams with all due respect, you say those names like their big points dropped, and when you talk about Fulham, they've just done the double over Newcastle United this season, and I feel like today is a similar story of how it was down at Creighton Cottage. Gifts. The goals today we gave Fulham were absolute gifts. There was gifts down in the away fixture, and there was gifts again today. And Newcastle, what a horrible second half that was from us. Now the first half wasn't much better either, but going 1-0 up in a game like that, big game. Newcastle again. Forest won 7-0 today. That was the team, if Newcastle want to get Champions League football, that's the team that basically needs to drop out for us. They got their points, we didn't, and that's why Newcastle hasn't been in the top 4 for a good amount of this season, because we just haven't been the best of the best. We just haven't. And going at the match today, I warned them in the intro. I knew this Fulham side, if we weren't going to play well today, I knew this Fulham side could catch Newcastle out, and they've done exactly that. And the most annoying part is, with all due respect to Fulham, I didn't think that was an amazing Fulham performance. I thought it was decent, yeah. But Newcastle, honestly, I still felt like, even though I wasn't happy with Newcastle today, I still felt like a draw was probably the fair result. But Newcastle were just so reckless at the back. Mistakes, just constant mistakes. And Jimenez got the deserved equaliser for Fulham in that second half because he missed a massive chance for them. Fulham were getting the momentum, Fulham were getting a bit of confidence, they were able to dig into Newcastle a bit, and that goal comes from, I don't want to say it, but it comes from a Tonali pass. Tonali plays playing at Murphy, they get picked apart in the counter-attack, and that goal came from a Newcastle pass. And then the second goal, foul, edge of the box. I don't even know what happens from the free kick. It looks like Munoz gets in front of the Bradgard. I don't know if it's a goalkeeper error. My impression at first is that it was, but again, giving fouls away. I think the crowd was getting quite aggressive in the 5 minutes or so before the second Fulham goal. And I think the players kind of grew into the crowd a little bit. They were just giving fouls, they were going in for big tackles, and it just feels like a game where Newcastle just cost themselves. And actually, I think that's the fair verdict come out. This game, Newcastle did cost themselves today, and that's so frustrating because now playing Arsenal Wednesday, where we just had 2 home performances that just weren't good enough for us. That's 2 bad home performances in a row, and now we're taking on a team where I'm hoping that they struggle against City tomorrow, so they're coming to the game with not quite the confidence levels they want either. Newcastle got to pull their finger out though. They've got to really get a grip, start the game off, got to be guns blazing straight away against Arsenal. We don't start the game off well against them. That 2-0 lead up the Emirates, it won't mean anything in the end, and I honestly feel like we play like we did against Arsenal, we're not going to Wembley. I think it's that simple. Newcastle really need to get their crap together, because I'm getting annoyed now. I haven't liked the last 2 home performances. We've done such an unbelievable job in the Carabao Cup. Just see it out and get to Wembley, because we're going to need that now. I think we might have blown Champions League football away unless we are able to beat the teams above us. We've got all of them coming up as well: City, Liverpool and Forest. I think if Newcastle don't start winning some of them games, I don't think we're going to get Champions League. So you're looking at Europa League, you're looking at Conference League, Cup final. We've got to get there. We've got to get back to Wembley. And I think Newcastle's gambled this transfer window, not signing anyone, and already you can kind of see that a new signing probably would have got Newcastle a result today. So straight away Newcastle have got to get their acts together. I didn't like that performance at all, and I think it's a really concerning performance going into the Arsenal game. Final message from me, lads, just get it together. Seriously, get it together. I didn't like that at all. But take care, we'll see you on the next one. Anyhow, we'll get the players going again. We have to be ready for Wednesday. Huge game, massive. Get it together.